Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany and I live in Busan, South Korea. Now, if you're not a meal prepper or even if you just don't know what you want to eat, making a meal can be a difficult task, especially when you're on a budget. So today's video is the non-meal prepper's guide to a budget-friendly meal. So today I'm going to walk you through my process of creating a budget-friendly main dish. I'll share some of my personal tips for not overspending at the grocery store, getting creative or inspired with available ingredients, and I'll walk you through a simple main dish. So grab something to take notes with and let's get started. First, it's important to know what I already have available. So I usually take about 45 seconds to 1 minute to quickly brainstorm any staple ingredients I have or any produce that I need to use up quickly. So let's do this together. I want you to get a timer, set it for 45 seconds to 1 minute, pause the video, and brainstorm all the ingredients you have. Okay, so after you've brainstormed a list of what you have, I want you to pause the video one more time for about a minute. And this time, I want you to think about what sounds good. And looking at your list, do you have any ideas or inspirations that pop into your mind? If you do, write them down. How was it? Well, this is what mine looks like. I will put a PDF link in the description for a nicer looking graphic organizer. But for me, I have some things I have available. I have some chicken, rice, garlic, some vegetables I need to use up. I have a lot of basic seasonings, a lot of just very staple, very basic ingredients. Over here, I'm not really sure what sounds good, so this part was kind of hard for me too. But I definitely want something that is spicy and salty, and I definitely want some meat, and I need to eat more veggies. So this is what I'm thinking about, and as I was looking at these ingredients, I just have one idea for a kind of udon noodle dish. But yeah, I think that I'll just head to the store and see what's there. So now that we have an idea of what we might want to do and what we have available, we are ready to get ready to go to the store. Before you head to the store, I have 2 tips for not overspending at the grocery store. First tip, always eat a snack before you go. I don't know about you, but I always buy more than I need if I'm hungry. Second tip is take out some cash and only bring the amount of money you're willing to spend that day. Really limits what you buy. For this video, I'll be making 2 meals, one with a lower budget of less than 5,000 won per meal, and one with a higher budget of less than 10,000 won per meal. I want you to choose one meal to follow based on your budget. If you want to do both, you can, but you can choose which meal by clicking on the chapters in the description, or you can scrub along the bottom of the YouTube video. Okay, so the first place I'm going to go is a local fruit and vegetable store. These places are small and usually have a lot of their produce set outside, and they're usually crowded with a lot of people. Usually, in my neighborhood, they're middle-aged women. I find that this kind of store usually has the cheapest produce. It's much cheaper than a bigger grocery mart, and for me, it's less intimidating as a foreigner than the traditional street markets. While there are some constants among the ingredients that are available, many of the items in these kinds of stores change often based on the season or what's available at the time. Next, I'm heading to a very small grocery store. Smaller grocery stores like this one aren't part of a franchise, and While they may have a more limited selection and are much smaller, they usually have prices that are a lot cheaper. Today I spent a total of 6,761. I got 2 bags of udon for 690 won each, a head of broccoli for 1,000 won, mushrooms for 1,000 won, and a bag of bok choy for 2,000 won. Not a bad deal. I'm pretty sure that these veggies will last at least 2 meals or more. I also already had chicken breast and some leftover vegetables available that I needed to use out of my fridge. First thing I'm going to do for this recipe is cook my chicken breast in a little bit of oil and season with a very small amount of salt and pepper. As the chicken's cooking, I'm going to roughly chop my broccoli and mushroom, keeping an eye on the chicken, of course. And I'm also going to chop up my leftover veggies and set them aside. Now that the chicken's done, I'm going to remove it from the pan and set it on a plate at the side. Next, I'm going to add the veggies I just chopped, the broccoli and the mushroom. While those veggies are cooking, I'm going to make a sauce. I'm going to start with soy sauce, a couple spoons, add a little bit of oyster sauce in a bowl, keep an eye on the veggies. As the pan gets dry, I like to add a little bit of water in there to kind of steam the veggies, help them cook a little bit better. And I also add my leftover veggies, which were my peppers and onions. While these veggies are cooking, I'm going to come back to my sauce, add a little bit of vinegar for sour, add a little bit of sugar for sweet, not that much, a little bit of ginger, and some crushed red pepper because I like it to be a little bit spicy. After I mix up this sauce, I am going to take my bok choy and leafy greens and chop them up, getting them ready. As soon as I have them chopped, I'm going to add them to the pan right there on top and give all the veggies a nice stir. Leafy greens cook really fast, so I'm going to remove them as soon as they start to wilt and put them in a bowl to the side. Next, to my hot pan, I am going to add that delicious sauce I just made, and I'm also going to add my noodles. Now, you can add these straight from the package, or you can rinse them in cold water. I like to rinse them so that they can be a little bit broken up and easier to move around. So once the noodles are in the pan, go ahead and make sure the sauce has coated them pretty well. Then you can add your veggies and your chicken on top. Mix everything around, and basically you just cook this until the sauce is the desired consistency that you want. I like my sauce to be a little bit more thick than runny, so I'm going to cook it for a little bit longer and just make sure everything is nice and coated. Once you're satisfied with your sauce, go ahead and put your food in a bowl and enjoy your meal. To wrap up, I calculated the actual cost of making one serving or meal based on how much of each ingredient I used. This meal costed 2,741, or about $2.10. This time I'm going to go to a small grocery store that's part of a larger franchise. Now this store is usually more expensive, but they have foods that are packaged in a way that are a little bit easier to read, and sometimes they do have a good sale. So let's go inside and see what is on sale. Now usually in these kind of stores you can find a super discounted rack of produce. It's usually like on a shelf at the end of one of the aisles of produce inside the store usually. So let's see what they have available today. Oh wow, they don't have a lot available today, but they do have some nice long bell peppers for 290 won, so I'm going to grab those and head to the back to look for some meat. I really wanted meat today, so I hope they have something on sale, but unfortunately it does not look like they have anything on sale, so I'm going to have to go with another idea. Bacon sounds good, so I'm going to head over, grab some bacon, and maybe one or two other things. This is what I got from the store today to work with ingredients I have. I got some bacon. I got some mozzarella cheese that's broken down into cute little packages. I've got some peppers, really cheap peppers. And I got an extra jar of pasta sauce. So today I spent a total of $19,751. I really wanted to get a different kind of meat, a kind of like more challenging meat, but that's the thing with going shopping and just buying what's on sale. There was nothing on sale today, so it kind of threw me for a loop. So I thought the best thing to do would be to have some bacon. So let me go grab my other ingredients and we'll get started. This is stuff that I already had on hand. 2 mushrooms from last time and some garlic I already had on hand. I'm going to start by washing these ingredients and getting everything ready. I should also note that today's dish is going to be rice based, so I do have some rice that's cooking in the rice cooker. Sorry about that, my video stopped here, but the first thing I did was chop up all of my vegetables except for my leafy greens, and I put everything except for the greens into the pan to cook. What I'm going to do next is, this is almost done cooking. I'm going to leave this here, just stirring this occasionally. I'm going to get ready for what I am going to do. And I haven't told you yet what I'm going to do. I'm going to make little wraps. I'm going to mix this with some pasta sauce and rice. And I want to roll it up in these green leaves and then wrap it in bacon and kind of cook it all together in one pot like that. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and turn the veggies off. Bring out my rice. It just got done cooking, so I'm just going to bring the whole pot right there. I like to know how much I'm eating, so I usually weigh my rice. Measure about maybe 400 grams for 2 people. Okay, there is 200. Okay, I'm going to start to mix the rice with the veggies. Oh dear. I'm going to add a little bit of sauce. Not a lot of sauce. This sauce is for about, it says 4 people. I don't think we need to use all of that. Okay. Okay, we are ready to assemble. I'm going to get another pan ready. And as I assemble these, I can just put them right in the pan. I'm going to grab some of the rice mixture. I'm going to put it in the green leafy leaf. And I am going to start to roll it up. Then I'm going to take a piece of bacon. I'm going to roll it again on the outside. There we go. There's one. Once I was done with this, I plated it on top of some hot pasta sauce and melted some cheese on the top and served it like that. Based on the amount of ingredients I actually used to make one serving of this meal, the actual cost turned out to be only 6,441 Korean won, which is about $4.97. Not bad. So, how was it? I would love to hear from you. While I think this is a good video to follow to make a simple dish or two on your own, I would love to see what you actually go out and create with your own lists and your ideas. So please comment about your creations and share your pictures and videos. Tell me, please, what did you create and what in this video did you find the most helpful? Can't wait to hear from you.